I figure I'd give y'all a before picture. I'm going to be stealing my alien's hair today, so give me a minute. And now the transformation is complete, and I have my little alien's hair. So there you go. Ah! Now, okay, so a couple of things. I realized that I'm recording this, Friday? Either way, it's, Friday, August 30th. Early in the morning for me. So, and I'm sorry if you hear any type of buzzsaws going on. I'm trying to be louder than the buzzsaws. Oh yeah, and I have earrings too. I'm decked out. I'm completely decked out for this event. So, I promised myself that I would do up this jewelry, and I even thought of putting on a wig and do all this up for the last videos that I was going to film in this series about, non-player characters, NPCs, Vrill, aliens, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call it. Technically, what this really is I'm speaking, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm actually, okay, there we go. I'm actually talking on psychopaths. It's psychopaths and, what is it? The psychopaths are reactionary, and it's the sociopaths. There we go. The sociopaths are the ones that don't react, but they're the same thing as the psychopath. There's no difference. It's just the psychopath reacts. They have a knee-jerk reaction. They can't help themselves. It's like, shivering or something. It's an automatic, like neuromuscular reflex that you can't help, kind of like breathing. That's what psychopaths are. They just react to whatever upsets them, whatever they see as an insult, something that they don't like. A sociopath, they will actually somehow, they will pull off stopping that reaction, and they won't react at all, even though they've been horribly insulted, even though they've been greatly angered. And usually it's always anger. I've never witnessed once sadness or depression with any psychopath, any sociopath. They don't get sad. They never. That is one of. By the way, that is one of the telltale traits. That you have one of these, psychopaths, sociopaths, non-player characters, Vrill on your hands. They don't have the ability to get sad. The only ability that they have is to get angry. Whether it's annoyed, perturbed, irritated, it's always anger. It's always anger. It's never sadness. It's always anger. You might get something that looks akin to sadness mixed with anger, but it will always be anger. And they'll get happy. They'll get extremely happy. They'll get angry, and they'll get extremely angry, but they will never, 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 I've never seen them be sad. Sadness is totally a human trait. It is not a Vril trait. It is a human trait across the board. Sadness, depression, crying especially. It's like they don't have the ability to cry. So anyway, I thought I'd add that little bit in there. But yeah, so even though I'm dressed up as though these are my last videos on the subject, I decided, I've added so much to my notes that I'm probably going to have to go well past beyond wearing this wig and the makeup and everything and putting these glasses on and whatnot. So, okay, so into the topic, the next one on this list. And, I'm talking about things that are so serious and so depressing. Talking about narcissists is not fun. Talking, about sociopaths and psychopaths, it's not fun. But, why not put it into a fun context like this and dress up for it? Because, I don't give a shit what anyone says. What humans consider extraterrestrials, they do exist, and they are living in the center of our earth, and they have been for a long time. They have technology that is far beyond ours. Their personalities, and they are not the same. And I really need to just get into my notes now, because otherwise I'm just going to start preaching on what I've already taken notes on. So I'll just get into it. And I'm sorry about the buzzsaw outside. I can't control it. I'm trying to speak over it. I hope that you can hear me anyway, despite it. And if nothing else, get a good kick out of out of this. So there, I'm an artist. It was gonna. I mean, those are my paintings that I made on the back. Hanging up on the wall there. So this was eventually gonna happen at some point in time. Eventually, if you've ever seen Trippy draws, she draws on everything. Eventually you start drawing on everything, including yourself. So even at a ripe old age, you should be at the ripe old age of sanity. And it's like, well, I'm an artist. What is sanity anyway? So anyway, I've got some really good gripes that I'm going to tell later on after I wash all this mess off. So anyway, so back to the NPCs, the Vrills, the psychopaths, the sociopaths, the extraterrestrials that are living on our planet and ruling things with their advanced technology. So, and this one, totally, they are big. This is another one of my points. They are big into denial. Denial. The Nile, denial, is not just a river in Egypt. It is an actual verb and an action that these suckers are big into. So I don't know why, but they are absolutely bent on making sure that actual humans know nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. And if something pops up, they make sure to put out their, quote, rationalists or debunkers, unquote, so that anyone or anything they have to cover up, they're able to cover it up, So what they're, and they're able to cover up what they themselves are truly doing and what is truly going on. So they are the ones creating flat out lies and, quote, proving, unquote, that it's not real, quote unquote. So, in that proving, quote, that it's not real, unquote, about ghosts that people have seen or experienced hauntings. Earlier they were fighting against ghosts and, hauntings. Now their big thing is fighting against UFOs, unidentified flying objects, whatever they call them, underwater stuff, unidentified underwater objects, aliens, extraterrestrials, and any type of information that comes to surface. They call it a conspiracy theory. They call it a lie. It's not. It's the truth. It's the truth, literally. So a UFO that occurred, or heck, some glitch in the Matrix, all kinds of stuff. Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, time jumps, people disappearing. That's a big one. People disappearing, more often than not, they are kidnapping. They are kidnapping these humans, okay? They're kidnapping them. And they are dragging them away to do horrific stuff to them. And I don't just mean medical experiments. I mean, just all of it. It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. As stated earlier, they'll be the first ones to say, quote, never happened, or it never happened. That's a pile of shit. This person is telling lies. They're trying to get attention, or they're trying to grift money, unquote. So if there is something happening or odd going on, then you look into it. You'll be shocked at the info you'll stumble upon. I certainly was, which is exactly what I did after my NDE, or near-death experience. I was flabbergasted. There are absolutely no words at all in any way, shape, or form to even attempt to explain what I have found out. And usually those who start digging in to these things, and I'll leave it on a cliffhanger here, check out video 2, I'll be dressed just like this. So there we go.